That was an interesting one. Cube is complicated. Cube is complicated. All right. So many birds. I mean, this is a keep. It's kind of got the other problem we had before. Like, if there's 2 planes on top, sure, we're doing something. I like Legacy's Allure a good bit. Seagate Oracle is encouraging. It means we can kind of hit anything and have action. Colonnade's certainly not bad, especially there. That means we can get Alluring and then Seagate Oracle at worst. Blue-green ramp is a little terrifying. The good news is Legacy's Allure will take something good. I think it's power, right? Yeah, so it's going to be a while before we can steal a Lotus Cobra. I'm really excited about this hidden Dargon Slayer too. Is there an always yes yield to this yet? I think they said something about things like that in the UI improvement. Always yield yes. I guess I still have to click the button. That's not really very good then, is it? I kind of just want to hit a land off of the Seagate Oracle, and I mean, it does hold back the Lotus Cobra as well. It's also not the end of the world if they mana lake it. Or remand, sure. Wow, that's aggressive. If I take their dude, I've got 5 mana. I can't really do much with it. Unless I want to run this out naked. I'm going to take their dude though, so let's start there. That's happening. Like, I may as well have something untapped. We can play the Seagate Oracle. The Kitchen Finks looks pretty attractive now too. Like, I don't necessarily need the land. This gives me a beater. I'm not scared about whatever their big thing is because I can control magic it. If we hit another land, we can do something with the Emiria Angel. We got a handful of answers. And 2 okay beaters on the table while we're at it. I think that means I'm supposed to jam the Emiria Angel and hope they don't have a counterspell. If they do, it's likely to be something like a Mystic Snake with that mana, so that may mean I attack first. I don't need the mana from this. And if they just want to trade a Mystic Snake for Lotus Cobra, that's fine. I mean, I guess they just activate, right? So we wouldn't send that in. Yeah, I'll see if we can land an Angel. We got a bird. Have you heard? Bird's a word. Sorry. Well, I wonder what would happen if that wasn't there. We'd hit for a lot of damage. I would like that. They can turn it into a dude and give it hexproof. That means they're not doing anything else. And they're still taking a bunch of damage. So no factor fiction, no nothing, basically. It's not that big of a problem. I'm trying to decide if I want to Banishing Light it or Control Magic it. If I Banishing Light it, I can play the Seagate Oracle this turn too, which I like. So I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I'm willing to send the Lotus Cobra into if they want to trade with that. So that means I should just cast this now. I don't hate casting the Dragon Slayer either, but like Control Magic solves most of those problems. So I think we're just going to Oracle in case there's something I'd rather get. It's hard to argue with a Metamorph here. It's really hard to argue with a Metamorph. Interesting that they're more concerned about the Flyers. Because I thought they would have traded for the Lotus Cobra. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, well. Still had none of these. Blue-green's a scary one. We kind of don't need the aggro version of the stuff in the things. Soulfire Grandmaster with Gather the Townsfolk is kind of cute. I like Entreat the Angels a little more than I normally would, and I think I actually like Spectral Procession a little more than I normally would. That's a little crazy, but I think it's where I want to be. Maybe I don't need Linvala, and we could instead find room for something like a Johnny. It's not a Mana Tithe matchup. Is it a Thassa matchup? I mean, again, she's not coming down and doing what she does. She's just forcing damage through. And we don't know for sure that they're ramp. We suspect that they're rampy. I usually don't like Mana Tithe against ramp decks, even though they sometimes tap out for a big thing. It just gets so dead so fast. It's like if it's in your opening hand, it does something. Otherwise, it's just done. I think I'm actually going to try the Flicker Wisp. I could see that doing something. I could see that doing something. Because it returns to its owner's control, right? Yeah, so it's going to play well against their Sower of Temptation. It can re-trigger a few things for us. Specifically the Banishing Light, the Metamorph, the Control Magic if we need it re-triggered. I think I can get behind this. It's funny that I pre-sideboarded against Mono Red and then we haven't played against Mono Red. This is a bit slow. I'm going to keep it because it fits the plan, but like we kind of need two planes to be on top. Okay, there's one of them. I'm still going to play the island first, which probably seems absolutely bizarre, but if we top deck Legacy's Allure, I'd like to be able to play it. I think I would anyway. Okay, we didn't. But that's fine. We can get this guy suspended. So Garrick's a little bit of a problem for us in that we don't want to just jam the Monastery Mentor into Garrick killing it. This is actually a really good answer, and I'm glad that we top decked it because we can flicker the token, not have to worry about that, and then they can either kill it with Garrick and they trade, or not, and they get a wolf, and their Garrick's dead. So that kind of works out all around. It does hurt our development a bit, and that we're not going to be able to get the Monastery Mentor going while there's a bunch of triggers for him. Is it a him? I think it's a him. I can't quite tell. Yeah, they elected just to trade, which is fine. Anytime I can use 3 mana to trade 1-for-1 with my opponent's Planeswalker that costs 4, I'm happy. Now the downside here is we're just going to die to this, and there's basically nothing I can do about it. But well, I mean, Hero Bladehold would like to have a word with you. They do get 10 damage out of the darn thing. And they could just implement right now. That wouldn't be crazy. I think their plan was to get Garrick back and use it to deal with this, but that's not going to work. Yeah, I'll cast it. Remand, okay. Do you also have a force spike? Because if you do, you're a genius. No? Okay. Let's get Nissa answered. Yeah. Yeah. That worked out rather well. Alright, it's our hero of Beasthold. This worked out rather well. Boom. That is how we do. That one felt better. The deck just did what it was supposed to do and we won. I liked that round a lot better. See you for the finals in just a moment. Just a moment.